The idea that you have, you say, I've got 60% in stocks and 40% in bonds, and then have a big announcement. Now we're moving it to 65-35 as some strategist or whatever they call them in Wall Street do. I mean, that has to be pure nonsense. I mean, 60-40 or 65-30, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, what you ought to do is have your default position is always short-term instruments, and whenever you see anything intelligent to do, you should do it. And you shouldn't be trying to match up with some goal like that. The people that have the problem are the people who want to sell their services to them and are going to have to convince them that they have a problem. But so much of what you see when you talk about asset allocation, it's just merchandising. It's a way to make you think that if you don't know how to determine whether it should be 60-40 or 65-35, that you need these people. You don't need them at all in investing. I mean, and most of the professionals that tell you you're going to get in great trouble unless you listen to them and adopt and sign up for their services, they're good at selling, but it's not how you sell them, it's how you tell them. Well, there's a lot of that in Wall Street. Charlie?
Yeah, people have always had this craving to know the future. The king used to hire the magician or the forecaster, and he'd look in sheep guts or something for an answer as to how to handle the next war. And so there's always been a market for people who reported to know the future based on their expertise. And there's a lot of that still going on. It's just as crazy. The really interesting figures are when you combine the underperformance of the market, say by the mutual fund industry, which is probably a couple of points per annum, that understates it. Now, if you take all of the investors in the mutual funds who are constantly whipsawing from one fund to another by a bunch of brokers who want commissions, now you take a subnormal performance and it goes down another 3 or 4 percentage points due to the shuffling of the mutual fund investments. So the poor guy in the general public is getting a terrible result from contacting the experts. And I think it's disgusting. It's much better to make a living by being part of a system that delivers value to the people who are buying the product. But nobody refrains from creating gambling casinos or something on my theory. If it'll work to make money, we tend to do it in this country.